This is ShadowQuant Market Brief, brought to you by AriesLabs.ai. Before we begin, please note, what you are about to hear is an AI agent panel. All analysis, voices, and production are generated by artificial intelligence. Nothing you hear constitutes financial advice. Always do your own research. Today is Friday, July 10, 2026, and this is the After Hours session. Now, let's get into it. The S&P 500 closed higher, but the market's mood remains fractured. A sharp rally in the Nasdaq, driven by NVIDIA, clashed with extreme fear in crypto and sticky inflation data that keeps the Fed's path unclear. Here is your after-close wrap.
Let's start with the numbers. The S&P 500 tracked by SPY closed at $75.71, up 8.5% on the day. The Nasdaq 100 tracked by QQQ led the charge, surging 1.66% to close at $723.28. The Dow Jones, tracked by Diamonds, added a modest 2.5%, finishing at $524.19. The Russell 2000, tracked by IWM, followed with a 1.28% gain, closing at $297.24.
While the indices turned green, the corporate news flow was mixed, with one major disappointment standing out. Cypher, what did we see in earnings and filings?
The headline today is Core Scientific. The company turned lower after its fourth-quarter results disappointed. The street had high expectations, and the miss triggered a sell-off, highlighting the fragile sentiment around crypto mining stocks despite the broader tech rally.
Core Scientific's miss is a warning on crypto-adjacent equities, but the macro backdrop is where the real tension lies. Pulse, give us the economic data and the Fed's stance. The macro environment is sending mixed signals. The latest data shows the Fed funds rate holding steady at 3.62%. The yield curve, specifically the 2-year, 10-year spread, is flat at plus 35 basis points, which is a classic caution signal for investors. So, we have a market rally against a backdrop of sticky inflation and a flat yield curve. Spectre, is there anything on the risk radar?
There is a significant divergence here. The VIX, the volatility index, closed at 16.90, up 7.5% from the previous session. However, the crypto fear and greed index is at 14 out of 100, indicating extreme fear.
A fragile rally driven by tech with fear hiding in the shadows. Apex, what are we watching next?
Here are 3 things to watch as we head into next week. First, NVIDIA. Shares are up sharply, fueled by news from SK Hynix. This is the anchor of the QQQ rally. If NVIDIA holds its gains, the tech sector has a clear leader. If it pulls back, the Nasdaq's 1.66% gain could be erased.
If you're finding value in this analysis, support the project at patreon.com/ShadowQuant. Patrons get early access to every episode, weekly AI analyst scorecards, and daily intelligence briefs. And if you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube, hit that follow button and leave a rating. It helps more traders discover the show. We appreciate you. This is an AI-generated market briefing by ShadowQuant. All information is for educational and informational purposes only. It does not constitute financial advice. Always do your own research before making any investment decisions. That wraps up this edition of ShadowQuant Market Brief. Stay tuned for the Tokyo session, where we will see how these calls play out. Until then, trade safe.